Hi. I wanted to talk about my mom since this is Mother's Day weekend. And my mother has been gone now for, it'll be 15 years, September. And this is my 14th Mother's Day without her. We were really close. And she was the absolute best. And I know many of you out there that know me knew my mom. Well, I wanted to share some stories with you, rather than just post pictures and photos and say how much I missed her, because that goes without saying. Anyway, one of the great stories I have about my mom is I hear a lot of young mothers today, and a lot of people, my cousins, people that have young children, talk about the fact that their kids, they can't get their kids to eat vegetables or fruit, anything green, and they have to trick them, whatever. I don't really know what my mother had, what secret it was that she had, but I can remember being a little girl, back when I was growing up, in the old days, in the 50s, 60s. You only got summer fruit, which is what we called it, which was watermelon and cherries and cantaloupe and peaches. You only got those in the summer months, so there was just a few short months that you actually had that fruit. So I can remember, for example, a summer night, and my mother would say, "Guess what we're having for dessert tonight?" And you would be like, "What?" She'd say, "Cantaloupe," and you'd be like, "Oh my God, cantaloupe, oh my God." Like it was strawberry shortcake, it was like unbelievable. She would do it with watermelon, we're having watermelon, oh my God, watermelon, no, it can't be. She would do it with, we would have a garden, and being Italian, and she'd say, "I am going to make for dinner tonight a fresh tomato salad." And we would say, "Oh my God, a fresh tomato salad." Your mouth was watering at the thought. In the springtime, when they were in season, she'd say, "Guess what kind of salad I'm making for dinner tonight?" And you would be like, "What?" She'd say, "Dandelion." Oh my God, no, it can't be dandelions. But she did this with everything. Even in the wintertime, you'd come home in a cold winter night day from school, and she'd say, "Guess what we're going to have for dinner tonight?" And you'd be like, "What?" And she'd say, "Beef stew." And you go like, "Oh my God, beef stew." And she just had the ability to, whatever she was preparing for dinner that night, oh my God, or serving for dessert or whatever, I was going to be the best thing ever. You know, whether it was a green salad, a tomato salad, beef stew, cantaloupe, watermelon, it was amazing. And we ate it. I mean, God, it just sounded like the best thing in the world. I don't know if she made it sound so tasty and so yummy and so out of this world. But anyway, for all you young mothers, you might want to try that. You got to start at a really early age, though. It worked on me and my brother, and even visiting friends, believe it or not, it worked on. And another really nice story I have of me and my mom was, when you're a little girl and you now have to go out shopping for your first bra. Yes, it's true. I always remember that big day we were going to go shopping. We were going to the stocking store. Honestly, I can tell you, I do not remember the real name of this store. It is still there. It's on Torresdale Avenue, right off of Wellington. I'm sure all of you people who live in Northeast or who lived in Northeast Philadelphia, Tacony, would remember this store, this shop. It was, where you went to get all your nice fine lingerie and your stockings. And so we went to the stocking store, and I remember we picked out these beautiful little satin bras in like sky blue and pale pink and champagne, and it's just such a really nice memory. Of course I could tell you all of the cliches. My mom said, of course, money doesn't grow on trees, because I said so, wait till your father gets home. These were all used constantly in my house. But there were a few that words of wisdom that my mother used to say to me all the time since I was a little girl, that I would have to tell you stay with me to this day, and that I have used I have given these words of wisdom to other people. I find myself repeating, and I give her credit. I say, my mother always said, one of the first ones is, Debbie, patience is a virtue. She always said that. I was not a patient person. I'm not a patient person by nature. But she always said that. I pray for patience. I pray that you'll have patience, because it is a virtue. And I can't tell you how many times over the years I have prayed for patience, and I have said to myself repeatedly, patience is a virtue, patience is a virtue. And I have repeated that to people. My mother always said, patience is a virtue, and it is. It is. Also, everything comes to those who wait. Patience is a virtue. Another thing that she used to say, which was, I think, was solely hers. I've never heard of anyone else saying this. She used to say, do you know how sometimes you're angry and you would say, oh my God, I wish that, this would happen with this person, or this, you get ready to wish something bad on someone. And ever since I was a little girl, and the very few times that I ever did that, she said, oh God, Debbie, no. Never, ever wish anything bad on another person, ever. If you can't wish anything good, you wish for them what they wish for you. And since my mother told me that probably one or two times, maybe 2 times tops, I've always heeded that. And I have always taken those words to heart, and I have many times shared those words of wisdom with my friends and other family members. Last but not leastly, something I guess is one of the most important things that my mom used to say to me is, Debbie, you can be anything or do anything you want to be or do in this world. You just have to want it enough and put your mind to it. Apply yourself. And she told me that over and over and over from when I was a little girl, so that it has guided me through my life. It has helped me and seen me through many times when, you have those, can I do this? It's like, yes, I would hear my mother, of course I can do it. I just have to want it. Do I want it? I'd have to ask myself that question. And then I need to put my mind to it. I need to apply myself. So they're just a very small, tiny few things about my mom that I wanted to share with all of you today. If you're lucky enough to still have your mom with you and you get along, then cherish every moment. And if you are challenged, you have some challenges between you, then I hope that somewhere you can find some common ground between you. And for all of you, I wish you a very happy Mother's Day. Life is made up of small comings and goings, and for everything we take with us, there is something that we leave behind. Until the next time.